Hi, this is Pat from Hearts Creations, and I was tagged by Marsha from Made by Marsha Mom in the 20 questions thingy that's going around. I guess I'll just get right to it. First one is, what does your name mean? My name is Patricia, and I just looked it up, and it says I'm noble. It says Patricia is a very caring, honest, independent, beautiful, and passionate woman that radiates with energy. Her laugh is contagious, and her advice is taken by many since she is wise. She is an example of what a person should be. She cares a lot about others more than herself, although it sometimes leads her to anxiety. She is always looking out for everyone, congratulating here and there for birthdays, graduations, and other celebrations. She might even send you letters by mail. She does this without wanting anything in return. She does this because it is simply her. You can trust her with anything and expect no judgment. One of a kind, once you meet her, you'll never want to lose her. She's an amazing mother, teacher, friend, daughter, wife, and an amazing aunt. That's funny. Anyway, so that's what my name means. Where am I from? I'm from Garden City, Michigan. That's where my parents made their home back in before I was born. And we lived in a little bungalow house on a quiet street. There was a lot of retirees, a lot of older people. There weren't a lot of kids my age. Oops, sorry. Turn off my ringtone. Anyways, where was I born? I was born in Dearborn, Michigan. Same place probably that Made by Marsha Mom was born. That was a popular place at that time. Number 3, what would your parents have named you if you were a boy? I have no idea. Probably Patrick. I don't know. My parents have been gone since 1973. And I was young at that time, so I have no idea. We never ever got into conversations about any of that kind of stuff. What's my biggest accomplishment? I think waking up and putting my feet on the ground every morning, and I'm on this side of the earth instead of being underneath. I've survived cancer 3 times, so I think that's my biggest accomplishment. Number 6, what's my eye color? Brown, hazel, brown mainly, I guess. Don't know. Kind of brown. Anyway, it says, what is your favorite candle scent? I don't burn candles. I would probably burn the house down if I did. I use a diffuser, and I use natural oils. Bodyguard, eucalyptus, lemon, lavender, which is good for sleeping, that kind of stuff. So I don't burn candles. I don't like to burn candles. Number 8, can I cook? Yes, I can cook. I watch way too much Food Network. My husband and I both watch Food Network, and since the cancer scare, I'm not supposed to eat beef. I haven't eaten beef in over a year. Well, yeah, it's been a long time. A year since last August. A year ago August is the last time I had beef. So everything is either chicken or fish, and occasionally pork. So I'm getting really creative with the chicken dishes. I go on and watch Food Network. I watch a lot of the keto channels on YouTube, because I'm trying to cut back on carbs and stuff like that, because when we do carbs, neither one of us feel well. So we're trying to get back on the keto thing again. Number 9, what's good about your life right now? Waking up every day next to the man I love. We cherish each other. I don't think I would have made it through without him. I appreciate him more and more every day. He spoils me rotten, and he's the best thing in my life. Number 10, what's my sign? I'm an Aries, which is the ram. Birthday is in March. Not that that makes a difference. What scares me about aging? Well, I'm there. The gray hair, which I now have. It's not as curly as it was because the longer it gets, it's starting to straighten out. Wrinkles. Don't like wrinkles, but it is what it is. I'm still alive, so who cares? If people don't like the way I look, they don't have to look at me. What's my favorite holiday? It's kind of a cross between Halloween and Christmas. When we lived in Detroit for many years, used to decorate for Halloween, and I used to get about 200 to 300 kids every year that came, and they would drop them off at my house by the busloads because I was the witch on the haunted porch. Had so much fun. Absolutely loved it. I kind of miss that because since we moved into this house about 17 years ago, we get 3 or 4 kids, maybe 6, and that's it. We live kind of at a dead-end street. The houses are far apart. There's no sidewalks, and it's not a subdivision. It just kind of suits me just fine. We have almost an acre of property, which is unusual because we live in a fairly large city right now. So, I don't know. It is what it is. What's my favorite guilty pleasure? Oh, God. I don't want to feel guilty about anything. I've felt guilty about everything my whole life and have been blamed for everything in my whole life, so I'm not going to feel guilty about anything. I enjoy crafting. I enjoy sewing. I crochet. I do needlepoint. I do everything. I love doing everything. I make jewelry. I design jewelry. I just started learning how to quilt, which that is so much fun. I never realized how much fun it would be. Remember my mom, when I was a kid, her and my grandmother would set up in the basement, and she had one of those great big huge quilt racks. And they would go down there, and everything was all hand sewn at that time. They didn't have a machine to machine quilt. And that used to take them months and months and months to make quilts. And I remember I still had one of my mom's quilts, but it kind of disappeared a little over 30 years ago, and I know where it went, and I hope he finds lumps in his mashed potatoes. But I digress. Who cares? Life goes on, right? Number 14, what's your favorite TV show to binge watch? I love the Law and Order series. Started with Jerry Orbach a long time ago. That show's got 400 and some odd episodes, and I still love to watch it. I love the all the characters that are in it. I love how Jerry Orbach, just if you watch, he gets, as he ages, he doesn't chase people anymore, and he still uses a snub-nosed revolver, which just cracks me up. But yeah, I like watching that show. Number 15, what's one thing you can't leave your house without? Usually my keys and a thing of water. I always have to have water with me, whether it be bottled water or my cup with ice water in it. Got to have my water, and always got to have my keys. I make sure my keys are in my hand when I walk out the door so I can lock the door. That way I don't lock myself out and I forget what I'm doing. Because for some reason, I have been doing that since the chemo, this last round of chemo. My husband and I were talking the other night, I'm getting better. I'm not as forgetful, and I'm not having the brain freeze like I was having, I dropped my words. So that's it. Number 16, are you a morning person or a night owl? I am a morning person. I get up at 5 o'clock every morning with my husband. I make his breakfast. I make sure that his lunch is made for him for when he leaves, because he is definitely not a morning person. But by the time he gets done with his shower, he comes out to the kitchen. His breakfast is ready for him, his coffee and everything else. And I want to make sure that he gets off to a good start for the day. What is my favorite genre of movie? That's hard to say. I like all different kinds of movies. I love the old westerns. There was a series on Paramount TV network that was called Yellowstone, had Kevin Costner in it. My husband and I both watched that, and we kind of got addicted to that. I like the Vin Diesel movies, the cars and the action. Not really, don't have a whole lot of favorite. I like a lot of different types of movies, because you get bored with watching, at least I do, I get bored with watching the same type of stuff all the time. What's the last thing I bought? I went to Aldi's and got strawberries and a mango to go with the salad tonight, and they had yarn. Imagine that. So I bought a couple skeins of Aldi yarn. I want to try it. It's a light 3-weight. It's a DK yarn. So I'm going to see what that is like to crochet with or knit, one or the other. Am I an introvert or extrovert? Definitely introvert. Neighbors go for days and don't see me. I don't leave the house, maybe 2 or 3 times a week at most. I guess that's why I'm kind of uncomfortable in front of the camera, because I'm funny about talking to people. So that's where that is. And number 20, what is my favorite book? I haven't read a book all the way through, probably for about a year or so. My husband's aunt and I were exchanging books back and forth, and it didn't matter what we read. It was whatever she picked up and she got done reading, I would take it and I would pick stuff up and pass it on to her. So I'm not really particular about that kind of stuff either. Imagine that. I like to read certain things. Now with YouTube though, that can be dangerous, because there's all sorts of stuff out there on YouTube. And I could sit in front of the computer all day long and not get anything done, which is not good. But yeah, that's about it. I figure I would tag Tammy at Slay the Day Crochet. I enjoy watching her videos. Cindy from Cindy Hearts Crochet, I watch her videos all the time. And if anybody else is watching this and you just feel like getting out there and doing this too, it would be great. I think whoever wants to do it should do it. So that's about all. Wow, I've been on here almost 14 minutes. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to get off here so I can get this edited and get it up. And that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.